Now then, I'm back. This is just a quick one. It's a VR for our good lady out there, Carolina Rose. I thought I'd done this, Rose. I'm really sorry. Cheers. Well, it is past the hour now. And yeah, I thought I'd actually done this video, so I do apologise, Rose. And I'm sorry it's a bit dark in here. But we'll get on and get it done. Quick bit of housekeeping. Dr. Plum. It's a straight belly like saddle stem. Must be that stuff. But yeah, they're a great pipe, and these have a stinger in as well, which I think I showed you this one last night. Anyhow, getting back to this VR, and in it, sorry, I'm all mixed up here, got some HEO dock worker. So, Carolina Rose asked us to tell a funny tale. And I think I've told you a few funny tales. I don't want to repeat one which you've already heard, like trapping me old man in winter and what have you. If you haven't seen that one, go back and have a laugh. It's probably towards the beginning of my journey on the videos. But when I was a young lad up on the farm, my dad got a phone call. And he says, you've got a sheep down with moss illness, which is basically they need a boost of calcium or somewhere. It was ill anyway. Behind this wall back, up by the water splash. Now the water splash is the one what you see on All Creatures Great and Small on the original series, where the car comes through the ford, through the water splash as it's known. And my father said, whereabouts is it? He said, well, and neighbouring farmer said, well, keep walking up that wall back, he says, just keep putting your head over, you'll come across it. So my father says, right oh then, so off he trot. So he gets parked up and starts walking up this wall back, having a look over, keeps going up, having another look over, couldn't find it. Where the hell is this bloody Howard? So he kept going up and looking over, and then all of a sudden he looked over. Well, he was in pure shock, like he really was. He'd come across a young couple at it. And as my father says, he was giving it hammer and tongs. When my father was in shock with gulping over the wall, and obviously the lady was looking up over, young lady was looking up over. And he says, the more she was trying to push him off, the more he was trying to hang on. So I says, what did you do? He says, I buggered off sharpish like. So that was one tale which I thought was hilarious like. And all he was talking a bit was that. He never went back to look for that sheep. He left it for a couple of hours and went back up and started looking again, and eventually he found it like. But when he come across that young couple, he just says the more she was trying to push him off, the more he was trying to hang on like. But yeah, Rose, that's one story, and I'll just quickly tell you another one. During war, this was before my time, we had sheep out, which were out on the fell, same sort of thing, but another part of the fell. And whether it was lambing time, whatever it was. Anyway, it was my dad and my granddad. It was before I was born, this. And it's a similar sort of story. And they're walking through this bracken, and same again, they come across this young couple. Anyway, this young lad stood up, and he was going to belt me granddad like. My grandfather was a biggish fella. And he just looked down on him, and he put his hand, my granddad put his hand on this lad's shoulder, and looked into his eyes and just says, now look lad, Thou's got enough on the hands down there without taking me on and all. And he says, this young lad, my father says, just looked up at me granddad, pulled his breeches up, and off this couple went. So, yes, Rose, they were two funny stories I remember my father telling me, like, and, you know, they're the ones what stick with me. But, I hope it wasn't a bit too close to the bone, like, but it was best I could come up with, like, but I honestly thought I'd done a VR for you. So I hope this counts. Congratulations on your sub count, Rose. It's well deserved. You know, you've done really well. You're a likeable lass, and long may it continue. And roll on for the next 1,000, eh? Well, good health. I still haven't had my tea yet, and it's nearly 7 o'clock. And as always, be kind to each other, because if we're all kind to each other, we all get on, don't we? All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your evening. I'll see you later on. Ta-da now.